Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to my channel. I'm Rebecca, and this is.
Hello, everyone. Mrs. Gigi here.
This is Gigi. Hello, Mrs. Gigi. How are you?
I am fine. Finally starting my weekend. It's 5 p.m. here, so it's kind of nice.
Any big plans for the weekend besides hanging out with your American bestie?
No, not really. So it's nice. Next weekend we have a whole lot of things planned, so it's nice to just have a chilled one this week. So.
Yeah, well, good, good. Will we be streaming next week, or it's after?
Um, Unfortunately, I don't think so because I
Okay.
will be babysitting, just continue work kind of thing throughout the weekend.
Oh, right. Okay. Well,
hmm
that works. So let's what do we do on Fridays in 2024?
We create ladies in hats
Ladies in hats.
with the help of these 7 prompts each week, and we'll never know what happens.
You truly never know. Yes, that is true. All right. Well, what we make ladies, and like she said, we make ladies in hats. And this, I think, this was her hat. That's the smallest hat I think.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't matter. We don't count if the hat's big, if the hat's nice, if the hat's ugly, if the hat doesn't make sense. It doesn't matter as long as they have some sort of
Something on their head, kind of.
covering. Yes.
Mhm.
So I'm ready whenever you are ready, and we
Yep,
can
yep.
move
Let's
on.
see. Just start with the first one. The first one says a bird. Birds or bird. Hmm.
Ooh, a bird. That's fun.
Let's see. Let's think about this for a minute.
Mhm. I'm ready for Christmas. How about you?
Oh yes, definitely. I was actually thinking about my December daily because I usually do that like each year.
Mm-hmm.
Then realized like, what in the world am I going to do in November? Like, you know. Let's see if we can make something like this. There will be some sort of something in the background here. Today I kind of feel that I need a lot of color, so
Mm.
um,
Color is always good.
colors, but I'll never know. So I'm thinking what on. Yeah, I will go with watercolor because that's the easiest way to go. And of course, let's see. Hmm. So this is definitely one of those you have to think a little bit, but
Yes,
yeah,
I have an idea, and I'm trying to think how to get it out. How to get it out of my head.
onto the paper, kind of.
Right. Yes. Not just out of my head, but yes, onto the paper. Okay, I know what I need to go get. I'll be right back.
This is just a tiny bit too Need them to be a little bit thinner. Let's see if I thought this through. I'm definitely not sure about it, but
Right.
a little bit more water. I just realized the other day, like, from at least here, of course, in the US, you celebrate Halloween and things, but
Oh, yes.
I am so prepared for Christmas. Like, I want it to be December, like right away, actually.
I'm ready to start singing songs and decorating. Uh, Having all the pretties out.
Yeah, because here this time of year it's really dark. So with
Oh,
Christmas, you
yes.
have all the lights and everything. So that's kind of why I always this time of year feels like, oh, I want to have all the lights like on each house and those kind type of things.
And when does it start? Is it? It's so it's already getting dark. It's already getting kind of.
Oh yes, definitely.
Well, I'm going to need to take this. Hold on one moment.
Yep. So we are. I don't know if this will work, but trying to do something in terms of the bird here.
Well, they'll have to call back. They didn't. The connection or something was weird with that. So my phone may be ringing right back. Oh, so I'm
Oh,
happy.
yep.
I'm not even ready. I'm not getting this done very fast. I'm gonna end up being behind.
No worries. This will definitely take some time.
Let's do that. All right. Sometimes it takes a little longer.
Yep.
I think that's a pretty important call. I hope they call back. I know what it's about.
Oh, those type calls are so annoying when you miss them. Like,
And it's yeah, and it's of course from a phone. They don't disclose what
yeah.
their
Oh,
phone number is. So
mhm.
yeah, 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 yeah. Um,
Get this one to be darker, actually.
now you threw me off. You
With the bird?
no, the phone call.
Oh,
You
the
threw
phone.
my
Oh,
thought
well.
process off. Where's my? Well, I can't find my. I'm just gonna have to. I just have to wing it here. Sometimes you just have to wing it. Hey, everybody. Hi, Ava, and hello. And there's Barry. How's it going, Barry? Haven't seen you all week. Have you? Not that I've been on all week, but
Where have you been? I actually saw you stream. Um, was it yesterday? No. Or
Yes. I
was
streamed
it background listening?
yesterday. I think you're right. Yes, Shay.
So did you manage to get everything sorted out with the sale?
Which one?
Oh yeah, I
The
remember
one
you
I
talking.
had, or the one I do on Whatnot?
Oh no, the one that you had
Oh
on
yeah,
YouTube.
yeah. I mean, yours is stuff is sitting here. I have like two or three
Yeah,
people that didn't
we were
sell,
yeah, we
so
were meant to. Yeah, we need to talk about that.
we need to figure out how we're gonna get that to
Yeah,
you. I guess I
I
gotta
kind of
come
forgot
visit.
it last week.
I guess I gotta come visit. That'd probably be faster if we just go ahead and admit that I need to come visit you.
And everything is prepped, so it's just a matter of it. I don't know. A plane ticket is kind of expensive, so
I'll stow away. Stow away. What are you doing over there, Storm?
trying to.
For some reason, when I answered, my phone muted me. So it was my fault. But I
Oh,
don't know why
what?
my phone muted me. That was weird. Oh, did you get the other house? Excellent. Yeah, it's a heck of a lot for one person to move. I wouldn't want to do it. That's for sure. Especially when you're not doing it far, so you probably didn't rent like a big truck. At least when you're moving really far away, you rent the big truck and you do, when you
Mm-hmm.
move
Yeah.
close, you think, "Oh, I'm going to do it with the cheapest truck and, or
Oh, yeah.
borrow a truck or use the truck that I have," because I've done that kind of move in an apartment
Mm-hmm.
complex. And the best thing I did was my roommate said, "Let's hire a company." I said, "Really? Hire a company just to move us across from one building to another?" And I am so glad we did. We literally just packed up the boxes and they came and they moved everything. The thing that I wish though is I wish we would have packed up everything. We
Mm-hmm.
were,
Yeah.
we'll get this and we'll pack this up at the last minute.
Yeah.
And,
Yep. Yep.
and
Yep.
I wish we wouldn't have did that. I wish we would have acted and treated it like a big move because then the people would have moved because I also moved from the second floor to the second floor. So it was down and up and then
Oh. Mm-hmm.
and so I wish I would have done the whole, acted like it was a big move because then the guys would have moved everything. Unfortunately, there was still way too much stuff that we left unpacked that we had to put in boxes and move ourselves. And it made it a pain. And it made me realize you really just need to hire people to move you.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we didn't this last time when we moved from Pennsylvania. We didn't, and I wish we would have. I wish we
Oh,
would
but
have
that was a
hired
really
somebody
long
local.
drive doing all of those. You know.
Well, it's the unpacking, and I wish we would have hired like men, like locals, to just unpack
Mm-hmm.
all the boxes and stuff. I wish we would have did that. The first prompt is birds. Bird, 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 bird.
Yep.
Storm, storm. OMG, she's a pain. You're bad. Like with a capital B. Huh.
Hmm.
So I don't want to move. I don't ever want to move. I need to move like my grandma and grandpa did. They just moved.
Mm-hmm.
They just moved and bought, because my aunt stayed in the house, so they left pretty much everything there except, my grandma
Oh.
had her clothes and but she left all of her furniture and she bought, when she bought they built a house and my grandma told my pap when, she wants all new stuff in her house. It's the first she's ever had that chance to do that. And
Mm-hmm.
that's what her my pop did for her. She got all new equipment, all new furniture, all new beds, everything was
Oh,
new,
wow.
and
Mhm.
that's what she wanted, and that's what Pappy got her. And so yeah, so my aunt had all of her furniture and all, every just washing machine, refrigerator,
Wow.
all that
Mhm.
stuff. My aunt kept in her house, and my gram got all the new stuff, and uh, so they didn't really have much to move. They moved their clothes and hey, Dana,
Oh, Dana.
April.
Yeah, I think so. Yes, she's there. So all quiet, concentrating here, and hoping this whole thing will dry, and then I would add even more things.
Okay, let's see. Um, I have had, I don't know if it's heartburn or gas, but I've had the burps, which is very strange for me. Um, I just don't seem to have that issue, but goodness gracious, I sure the heck have had that issue probably the last the 4 or 5 days. It's like I'm just burping and burping and burping. It's been
Hmm.
very odd, you know, out of
Well,
nowhere. I'm just burping. I don't know where that
strange.
comes.
I know. I would say like if you swallow a lot of air, or if you eat like
Yeah,
whatever some sort of something must have changed. That's what I
maybe.
was. Yeah, I don't know. I usually don't really do that either. So hmm. So what do we have? We have the red or pinkish red or whatever it is. Belinda, welcome, welcome.
Hello, Belinda.
So we are still working on the first prompt here. Hmm, birds or bird. And how I am going to do with I don't know this one. I thought I had it thought through like proper this time, but apparently not because I just realized something with this. Um, we'll see what we'll do.
Oh, hang. Are you there? I forgot
Yes, I
on
am.
Restream it doesn't. The
Oh,
Restream doesn't keep my TV open for whatever reason.
what? Oh yeah, that happened. Yeah, I remember. I remember that from last week.
Yeah.
Let's see if it is it dry. Hmm. It's not really dry enough, but
It's okay. I'm still sketching. I got my birds. I just don't have the hat. What's going on?
I'm actually going to wait a little bit and outline. Hello, Stephanie. You have to clean the room. Oh, It's so much more
Hello,
fun
hello.
with having
Don't
company.
clean it. It's fine. It's fine. We will not be here. This is the only time you get to see us. The room's dirt. We'll not go anywhere. I'm
No,
just saying. Am I correct on that? Think about it.
I would say the same thing actually. Like it's way more fun to follow along with these prompts than just clean the room. But I have the feeling that you thought that or if it was me, like, I can do it tomorrow, I can do it later, I can do it tomorrow, and then suddenly, like, tomorrow was 3 days ago, and I realized, like, I definitely have to do it now. That kind of feeling. Hello, Randy and Andrew. 7:25 a.m. where you are in the wrong. That's early. Thing with time zones.
How did I get the chat up here last week? Because here it is. Duh. Hello, Andrew. I didn't have
Oh, the chat.
oh, look at that. I can put it up there on the screen.
Yeah, you kind of. I don't know. I have it like in a separate little thing. Uh,
What? Yeah, Storm's in here somewhere. She was. She was in here somewhere. Hi, Chuck. I hear your tail. I hear your tail knocking into everything.
so I don't really see what it. I wonder what you are doing.
You can't.
Sketching something. Yeah, I
Oh,
can. Yeah, I can definitely see that you're sketching something, but the light is kind of.
oh, did you bring my toy? Oh,
Oh,
hi.
hello, Jughead.
He came up right underneath me and dropped the toy on me. Oh, there we go. It's a little bit better.
Oh, yep.
I'm making a hat. It's a lady. Let's see. It's a lady. And that's
Oh,
be on her hat. I just have to come
Or
on.
it's a little bit of like a bird's nest or whatever.
Alright. I was just trying to get the big floppy hat. I was having a hard time with the big
Oh, yeah, now I see. Yeah.
get it sized right. Maybe she needs to be off to the side like that. All right. I don't think I want to glue it down just yet. Do I? Do I? I don't think I have to. Thinking
No, definitely not.
I need to hit it with heat though because my ink isn't. Weird how the ink wasn't drying for me. I guess. I guess the. I don't know the paper that I use because it's archival ink. Usually that
Mhm.
dries pretty quick.
Oh, yes, definitely. Huh.
Hi, Wendy. How'd I miss you? I missed you. Sorry about that. Hello, hello. All right. Yeah, I think that's how they'll go on the hat. All right.
Cute.
Got birds and I got hats and I got a bird.
Yep. Oh, that's
Ready. Andrew,
the
I
hat
hope I said. Oh, hi,
situation.
everybody. I don't know if I missed who I missed.
No.
Who I said hi.
Oh. Randy? Or I don't know if you missed anyone else.
I don't know.
We'll see. Are you ready for number 2?
I am ready for number 2.
Let's take this one.
Sounds good.
Oh, fine liner.
Okay.
Hmm.
Where my fine liners are. Oh, I do know where my fine liners are. I took the card out of here. This is the second time that I never go on this card, right? This is the second time my stamps were on the card. Now I have to go back in here and my fine liners are on this card. Never use this card or the stuff on it. But today,
This wasn't really what I was planning, but this is the way that we go.
baby chug. All right. I mean, it's not that far. It's right outside. It's on wheels specifically so I can wheel it in and out. And yesterday I needed it out of here, so it just hasn't come back in.
No, I just need to go outside. Oh, wow.
Oh, this isn't where my fine line. I lied. I said a big boo boo. This isn't them. I'm gonna just have to use some skinny. Yep, it's not on here. But I can use this. This is pretty fine line. I'm gonna fine line the hat is what I'm gonna do. Sneaking
No,
around, sneaking, sneaking, sneaking.
you know, one thing, I so sorry, but I kind of have to go like for a minute or two, so I will be right back.
Okay.
There is something happening outside of our house, so
Oh,
but I
yes,
will be back like as soon as possible.
yes, yes, yes. Y'all are stuck with me. There we go. Sometimes it's funny how the way that you do the line, it makes or breaks the image. And I had the line going the wrong way. I had it, I had it curved down instead of curved up, and so it wasn't curving the right way. Glad I did that before I put the fine liner on it. Hope everything's okay over at the Gigi house. That was fast.
Things happening on a Friday evening. Sorry.
Everything okay?
Yes, it's just that I live in a tiny little village, and when we call like 911,
Uh-huh.
they don't really send an ambulance. They send the helicopter because it takes too long for the ambulance to come. So the helicopter just came like kind of right
Oh,
outside here, and that usually don't really happen too much.
right,
So I just had
right.
to see like what was going on.
Is everybody okay? Do you know
Yes, no, I
your
mean
family that called?
my family is totally okay, but it's just not usual that you see that like on Friday evening. So I just had to,
Hmm. It's
because you
excitement. I know in my small town it would be, oh, excitement's happening. It's like the news, something on the news.
yeah.
What's going on?
Usually they send the helicopter when it's like really urgent because the ambulance won't really get here in time. So that's why I just had to check.
I mean, I think this is kind of cheating using the fine liner on lining my person, but that's how it is. You just kind of you do what you got to do.
Yeah, that's kind of what I wasn't really planning on doing it like this. And this fine liner, I think it's like on its last breath or something. It's not really working as it's supposed to. Let's see, I will actually find another one. Let's see if this one is better. No, I don't think so. It's because of the colors too. And then, of course, using it on watercolor paper, which kind of ruins the whole pen. It's a really thick watercolor paper that I use, and my fine liners usually don't like it.
It's probably does it have a texture? The watercolor.
Yes, yes, it's
Yes.
really textured, so that's. I don't know. Does it show? Yeah, it does show at least a tiny bit. That's the thing with the fine liners. As I'm heavy-handed, they usually kind of goes quickly. And I put in a little bit more black. Me and a fine liner usually means a whole lot of doodling, but I don't know if we have time for
That's
that.
what I was gonna do, but I decided, yeah, I probably didn't have the time to. It takes me long enough to do this, let alone do some doodling. Oh, oh goodness, there we go, back again.
It might be that I actually go in here doodle like afterwards. Let's see if we can just manage to make this black lines on these. I don't know. And a little bit more, of course. I was planning on making it like a little thicker black with a little thicker black marker pen. That's what I was. But
That's
unfortunately,
gonna be your next prompt, and you're gonna be like, great, and then you're gonna get to the bottom, and it's gonna be like, oh, where's my hat?
yep, that's
That's what you should have did. You should have drew like a little hat on your turkey. At least I'm guessing that's your turkey.
yes, it is.
I need a flying bird. Maybe I should doodle a flying bird. Oh, you know what? I should do some of these little birds right here and just cut their legs off and make them. Oh, Are you done? If you're done, I will leave.
Yes, I kind of am. Not really. I just saw I need to. Now I am. Sorry. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Number three it is.
Mhm.
Let's think about this one for a change. And oh, we haven't had this one for
Hmm.
too long. Like wild card. That's the best of them all, but I don't know about this one though. Wild card. What are we going for? Um, wild card. This soon into the game. I would love it to be like, the fifth or sixth prompt or something.
Yeah.
Um, this one
Two
was
love bugs.
tricky.
Love bugs behind me, face to face.
Oh,
Face to
oh
face.
yeah, cute.
And he's hating it. But she
Oh,
probably,
and still,
oh, you're not moving.
and still he kind of do it because if that happens to Teddy, we know with there is one of the cats here that Teddy like loves. They can do everything together. They are like best pals. But the other two, they are kind of okay,
Hmm.
and but not really.
Well,
That kind of feeling like okay, we will do like.
the problem with, I mean, yeah, the thing is with Storm, she just bosses him around. I mean,
Hmm.
he really doesn't like her up in his face. You know what I'm saying? He's like, he pushes her away, or like he loves her, but the problem is she's very demand, like she is like just like she is with us. We love her, but we want to choke her sometimes. She's just a little
Mm-hmm.
snot.
Mm-hmm.
So she like will go up and she'll rub right in his face. And I know for me, her fur goes everywhere, so it probably goes up in his nose too. And so he'll walk away or try to get away from her, and then she'll do it again. So it's like she doesn't
Oh.
respect space. I think that's the thing. It's just
Uh-huh.
she doesn't
Oh no.
respect her
Mm-hmm.
personal space. And he's so like with most dogs, I would think. Not I'm not talking Fred or Teddy. I'm talking most dogs would probably snip at him or snap at him or run from
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
where Jug, usually doesn't run or anything, but he gets up and like moves away from her like okay, enough's enough.
Mm-hmm.
And
Hmm.
I feel so bad for him. I really do. So
Poor thing.
yeah.
I just realized a thing, and let's see, on the other side of the room, I need to get something.
Uh-huh. Mhm.
Let's see. What we have.
Oh, now Storm, stop kissing. Come on, Luna. Come on, honey. Come on, Luna. Come on, ignore your sister and come on in here. Look, Storm. That was not nice, Storm. Come on. Come on, Luna.
I am back, and I don't know if this works, but wow,
Only way to know is if we try.
yeah. So why in the world? Just realized these. I definitely want them this thin, but doing this takes a lot of time.
Oh yeah, don't worry about it. I'm doing something that takes a little bit of time. So It's all good.
Let's see. Let's put that one under here just to shut away a little bit. And then, what in the world? How am I? Oh, I kind of feel like I want to have quilling or whatever the like a quilling tool or even like
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
quilling paper, but unfortunately I don't have that.
Do you have a
Hello, Trey.
hey, you know what you need? Oh, zip it along with something round. Do you have like a knitting needle?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you know, I have a whole bunch of round things, of course. You know, like I have this. I could, but
Oh, hey Trey.
let's see. Just
Excellent.
realized.
Oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness. Thank goodness.
Oh wow, that's
Thank
nice to
goodness.
hear.
Thanks for letting us know, Trey.
Or a curling iron or something would definitely apply to this. Oh.
Okay. Oh, that's right. So we're gonna need this to be about right.
Glacier sharks. Welcome, welcome.
Hey, how you doing, Glacier? Good to see you. Hey, Candy. How's the fishing, Glacier? Is this fishing season? I don't know if it is. Think it is.
I have no clue either.
He's up there. He's up there fishing off of Alaska.
Oh,
Believe,
ooh.
I believe. Him and his dog.
Mm.
Dog. I hope. I haven't watched in a little while. Hopefully everything is still the same. That's the only bad thing when you haven't watched her, you know, you don't know if hopefully
Oh,
no
yeah.
tragedy
Mm-hmm.
has happened. Hopefully no tragedy has happened. Let's see.
I'm just adding a little bit more glue here.
Storm. That is not good. That is so not nice. Now she's guarding the dang door so that she can't come in here.
Oh,
You can't come in. Told you she's a brat. Told you guys. For all you that don't believe me and think she's just adorable, I'll show you. She's at the doorway. Let's see. She's at the look, hissing at
ay,
Luna.
ay, ay.
Luna, come on, Luna. And Luna will run real fast past her, and she'll get swatted, but usually not really. Oh, excellent. Good. Good to hear. Good to hear. You should drop your channel. His channel's really neat. His dog goes out on the boat with him, and as he collects the fish. I found out that his boat is it's automated, which just blows my mind. And it's automated over where he has his drop lines. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know if those are correct words, but and bradycardia. What is bradycardia? Cardiologist says what is causing it. Oh, Candy, did I miss something? She's got bradycardia. Something. Oh,
Oh,
Candy, take care of yourself. I haven't come to visit you yet. Look at who's here, Miss Lucy.
hello.
How you doing, girl? Um, yeah. So if you haven't checked Glacier Shark out, if you're interested in seeing different things, you should check him out. His channel's really interesting. I learned things that I mean, not that I needed necessarily to know, but those kinds of things. You don't necessarily need to know how a fish boat works, fishing boat. You see the ones on TV. Those are the big ones. His is not. His is it's just him and his dog. That's what's so amazing. It's him and his dog.
Wow. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
crazy, isn't
definitely.
it?
Do
And
we
he goes
have
out there
the
and he gets fish and he sells it, and he takes it in, and it's just so cool.
do we
I've
have
learned
the
so many neat things on the internet, on YouTube, spreading my wings and not just following crafters. I love my crafters. Don't get
Oh, yes.
y'all. I love
Mm-hmm.
y'all, but there's so many different opinions in life and different parts of the world, and to be honest, those are some of my best followers. I love y'all crafters. I mean, not no one can compare to Candy and some of y'all, but oh my goodness, yes. Can you
Uh,
Glacier or Glacier? You can do a explanation point share. If somebody can go get, he's got a
yeah,
viral one going. That's pretty cool.
I
Yeah, we
can.
need to give him some help. I don't know if let me see. I don't think I can make him a. Oh, look, look how easy that was to make it show. Oh, I can't make him a mod from here, but that's pretty cool that I can. I forgot that you could do stuff like that, so that's pretty neat.
I, I don't know
Oh,
if
you
I
got it.
dropped it. Yeah, I
Oh,
dropped the
excellent.
link to the channel, but trying to do
There you go. Well, thank
kinds
you
of
for doing
things.
that. Woohoo! Show, unshow. There we go. Oh, and Candy got it too. Oh, excellent. I want to go see now. Hold on. I have to shift
Yeah,
play.
me too. Kind of. Hello, lady.
Hold
How
on. We got to go
are
see this video.
we will
Hold on.
definitely go back and see it after this live. Let's
Okay.
see.
Oh, that's his channel, or is that his? Which one is going viral, honey? Uh, not. Oh,
Uh,
nine. This one, goat roping the halibut. Yeah, 91K. I think that's a little viral. Good for you. Let's see what you're doing to him. I'm not going to show the screen because I want everybody on screen to go see. I want to see how this is done. That's a big fish. I didn't realize halibut was so big. Oh, if you don't eat meat, or you get worried by that kind of stuff, you don't want to go visit his channel. Just so that you know, I don't want you to be flipped out if you go and see a fish being, you know, killed.
yep.
Yeah, but that's what we eat, guys. That's what we eat. Holy cow, that thing is huge. And this is how it's done. Uh he doesn't make it pretty.
Yeah,
He's out on this boat by himself.
by himself, are
Yes,
you?
now is your dog on the
Wow.
boat today in this viral one? What are you doing with him? Are you using this fish to fish with for other fish? Is that what's going on? Or are you just being silly? Is this how you're supposed to do the fish? I don't want to say too much if it grosses people out, because I know some people can't, they don't um, appreciate what is done here. That's how you do it. Fair enough. I'm just checking in. I like to watch the crafting. Well, I like that you
Mm-hmm.
saw it too. Yeah, I,
Let's
I,
see.
I just uh I just, it amazes me that this is how people work. This is what they do. This is, you know what I mean? I think we
Mm-hmm.
forget. We
Oh
forget
yeah, definitely.
that not everything comes from the grocery store. Maybe
Oh,
for you, maybe for us it comes from the, but it gets there somehow, and I think people
no,
forget how.
I live right, in the middle of farmland with a lot of farming people around. So here you know, meat is from all the cows and everything like that. So
That's great. Yeah. Well, in a poem, farmer markets and getting your milk from the farm still is very, something that you can do. There's not a lot of places that you can still do that kind of stuff.
oh, here it's where I live at least it's kind of the thing. You go to local farms and buy milk and yogurt and eggs and
Oh, heck
what,
yeah. 90% of
cheese
Americans, I don't think,
maybe.
realize that their meat comes from a cow. And who knows, maybe it doesn't. It might come from a chemical plant over in China. I don't know.
Well,
Yeah.
never
I
know
mean,
things like
seriously,
that.
it's really sad. And, um, and how horrible mean, I think it's kind of funny how horrible mean the vegetarian and the vegan people are. I mean, they're just so mean. It's like you'd think that they are the nice. No, they're not. Just because they're vegan or they're not, they're doesn't mean that they're nice, hippie, fun-loving people. A lot of them are. Don't get me wrong. I know we have a lot of vegan and vegetarians that are on the show, so don't take it. I love y'all. I love y'all, but I hope that they realize that there's a lot of the people that eat like they do that are just. I've ran into them, and they're not very nice to the people that eat meat and stuff. And it's like I don't understand that. Um, I'm not gonna not be nice to you because you're a vegetarian. I mean, I was for
Hmm.
a while, but I was for the wrong reason. Maybe if I was because I was trying to be healthy, it would have been different. But I was doing it
Oh
because
yeah.
I felt bad for the cows.
Uh-huh.
Mainly because my family fed me a cow that I didn't realize was going to be on our table, and then they thought it was funny to tell me that that
Oh
was,
to oh
you
yeah.
know, that it
Hmm.
was Bessie, that it was.
Yeah,
Um,
I know.
I used to
Hmm.
go and hang out with her every time we went over to my uncle's house. I used to go, while they went inside and played cards, I'd go up to the field and visit with the cow and pet her and, feed her fresh
And
grass.
then suddenly she was on your table. Yeah, like in
Yes.
hmm.
Yes. And I was like in shock. So for about 2 years after that, I, kind of stopped eating beef, cows and stuff. I was young and I'm not, I mean, I wasn't that young. I was in my 18, I guess, 17 because I still was not eating when I went off to school, but about a year into that I started eating again because my grandmother kept calling my mother and telling her I wasn't eating, and I got kind of tired of getting
Oh, okay.
third act from my mother. Your grandmother doesn't. Would you at least sit down once in a while and eat with her so she can see? I was like,
Oh, hmm, hmm.
and if I sat down with her, of course she put all she had meat, potatoes,
Hmm. Yep.
every meal. So there you go.
Let's
Yeah,
see
I
what
love it.
is
I love
our
seeing
little.
some of my. Going back, like any Finn that stops in here, his channel's doing really good, and I watched him, like a year ago. I guess
Oh yeah.
it's
Hmm.
been only a year. I think I can't believe it's only been about a year in October that I met all these guys because I was hanging out in the one chat where they shared that kind of information. I'm not going to mention that chat anymore because that person did me wrong for no reason at all. But yeah, I met some wonderful, awesome, awesome, awesome people through there.
It's always
And
nice to meet up with new
I still
friends.
follow, yeah, and they follow me and they come here and hang out, and I just absolutely uh, love it. So.
Let's see. Now I have used up all of those orange small little strips. That will do. She will have thin hair today. That's what this is. Hmm. And I don't know about the hairdo. It's kind of going all over.
Oh, it's cute. I like it. See, you're already done. I'm still working on mine. I knew it.
This one you cut. Kind of feel like I want to cut this piece because it's just do it like that. Will be.
I've been seeing we're doing lives lately with a panel, so that's fun. That's been something new that I've seen on our channel that I didn't see in the past.
What?
Um,
Panel what?
like just having a panel of people on there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
They-
that's is that kind of like the new thing? I've seen like several channels having that. Like,
I don't know if it's new, but I
yeah,
see a lot of people do it. I think podcasting has become so the way to get on an audience.
oh yeah, that's
And I
yeah,
think
that
the
kind of.
whole panel is kind of the same kind of thing in a way. That's my guess because it seems like and it is fun. I mean, what we sit here and chit chat, and
Hmm.
if we weren't doing art, we could be doing pretty much the same chit chatting. So
Oh, absolutely. Hmm.
I think it's kind of the same thing. And if you don't do art, what are you going to do? Fart? No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I had to rhyme. I had to. I had to do
It's your creativity, like I don't know, it just came like.
it.
Mm.
Sorry, guys.
Hello, Lucy. Welcome, welcome.
All right, this needs to be tightened up a little
Oh,
bit.
is it braided? Oh,
Yeah,
yes, it is.
giving her braids. My birds are still there. Yeah, so this was I guess you think, oh, I'm just gonna braid her hair. Yeah, it's not so easy. Because I wanted to make sure, I wanted to give it like full hair and
Mm-hmm. Cute.
all right. I need one piece of hair, lady. Ooh. Oh, good. Oh, you know what? Next Friday is good that you're not you're busy. I'm busy too. I just remembered. Just remember what I
Yeah.
had to tell you. We're going out of town. We're going to go down to the coast one time before the weather gets uh, too cold to like be in the water and stuff. So we're going down to the coast next week. So good thing I just remembered that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I won't be around to do it either next Friday. So no ladies in hats next Friday, guys. No ladies in hats. It's okay. I'm sure you'll find someone else to hang out
Yeah.
with. You'll replace us. We'll
Just be a little bit extra, thinking of us anyways on Friday morning.
you're in there when you're in the other stream replacing us. Remember where you're supposed to be.
Yep. Oh, you haven't placed the birds in there yet?
No, I haven't glued because I didn't know what I was going to do with the background. You can pick the next one. I can work on this hair
Mm-hmm.
as we go.
Let's see, let's see, let's see. This one says indigo. Indigo.
Indango. That's what
Mm.
look, I have right here. Indango. I've been using this.
Oh.
Oh,
Hmm.
I guess that's what I'm going to do for that.
So, I don't know. Do I have? I was. This isn't really. Is
I've been doing it the last couple days. Ah, thank you. Yeah. Uh,
um.
a group, all of us are going. The whole, who we usually go and hang with: Mandy, Jamie, Oren. Gatton's not going to go. He's going to stay home and watch the pets. I thought we were supposed to be taking the pets with us this time, but I guess not.
Hmm.
not all the pets, just the dog and stuff. But usually the hotels and the motels and all that that allow the dogs are more expensive. So
Oh yeah, definitely.
we probably, we were doing it kind of cheap on the down low because we're just doing it cheap just to get down there. That's the one nice thing when you live kind of close. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
when you live kind of close, which you probably kind of can, with having your place, you don't have to worry about getting a hotel because you have your place.
No.
So
Yep.
whenever you get the chance, if you can go, you kind of go, right? I mean, in
Oh
a
yeah.
that way.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of how, with this is it's not that close, but it's close enough that it just takes us a little bit of funds to get the hotel, but we can drive down there, especially if we take, for example, my car. It doesn't cost much at all to take my car, like one gas tank to go up and down, and it's $30, which
Mm-hmm.
all.
Um,
And then we share the cost of the hotel room, which of course that, that's half of what if we go down by ourselves. So
let's see. I don't know, but this one, indigo, is a blue type, thing going on. This is not indigo, but it's in the blue family.
I see when to
So,
go in that. I do. I'm sticking to it, Mrs. Gigi.
just because I need to use these, I have them laying around, so it's just the way.
I think that one flower is indigo.
Let's see,
I
maybe
remember
this
last week
one,
I used something
and
that wasn't right at all. I don't remember what it was, but
I could go with uh, at least a little tiny bit more blue.
on my screen it looks like it is. It's not? Like it looks really close to indigo.
I don't know. Let's pretend.
I'm all about I'm all about pretending, that's for sure. I pretend I know what I'm doing 99% of the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
I pretend if I pretend I know my own name. I pretend.
Oh yeah, that's. mm. Or each time or me working in school, people's all we always talk about either language or math or something, and realized I don't even know how many times this week I've had the question, "How old are you?"
Oh,
Even though I've just counted it like um with the year I'm born and things like several times, I always have to like think kind of hard
oh
to.
yeah. We're getting to that age where it just doesn't. I have to add it. It's like, wait a second, how old am I?
Mm-hmm. Let's see what I want to do. I don't know. With this
And
one.
then you get arrested because the cops are like, how do you not know how old you are? Well, I don't.
Yeah, true.
Who are you pretending to be? No, I'm pretending to be myself. That's me. Nope. Trust me, I wouldn't pretend to be like this if I didn't remember, if I could remember my age. Remember what I can remember what year I'm born. That's not a hard one. It's the
Yeah,
actual
yeah,
year it really is.
yeah. That's true.
Hmm.
So those, and I can kind of finally say that I can get rid of that thing, throw it in the bin.
me. You're
Oh, you
44.
were
Laura, you're
44?
44? Oh, no, I don't forget that. Mine is usually, I was 44 for the last 10 years. Actually, I'm still 44. Wasn't a bad year.
I would say 40 and 45, or, like
Actually, you know,
round it up or down. I don't really. Yep. Let's see. 4 prompts already. We don't really have a face. We don't really have anything other than I don't know. I do not know. Um,
I'm ready whenever you are. I'm still working.
mm, the fifth one, close to the end, and we will take this one underneath here. See what that is, and that is lace.
Oh, gold.
And what are we going for?
I need those.
Lace in terms of, let's see, let's see. And I do have one thing, but do I have enough? I'm not too sure about it. Let's see, I'll have to reach there for a little bit, unfortunately. No, it's not enough. Or I can just put, let's see, just this tiny little piece. Let's see what I can do.
Just like back in the 40s, your mom needed a tie for your hair, so she cut it off your dress.
Oh, yeah.
Or your sister's dress. Or the pillowcase.
See, this might not be enough. No. No. Put that to the side and that one to the side and rethink.
Ava, did you get your box? I know me. She told me she did. I don't know if Ava's still here. I don't know who's still here. Some people are still here.
Right now, there are 16 people watching. And say,
Hello, everybody. Wake up.
this might be a thing.
Goldie messaged me. She fell asleep yesterday.
Let's just cut this like that. I don't know about lace, but it's kind of something. We will just.
When you look at it, does it make you think, oh, that's beautiful? Where did you get that?
It's from a curtain.
Oh, I love it. I love those daisies.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Hey, lady, you're here, huh? I knew you're hanging out in the back. Where's my hearts at? Where's my hearts at? I want to see if you're going to be hanging. You better throw some hearts.
Yeah, but you have turned that function off, I think, or I don't know if you have done it in YouTube, but I can't see that you can.
Oh, yeah, on the restream comments, yeah, you can't see. Why does your girl have one braid and one messy? I'm not there yet. Just work. I'm girl. It's fine. Look, It's not. See, they're both. I'm making her bangs right now, woman.
And oh, seriously, I wanted this and then a whole bunch of this. You'll never know which glue is better, so I take them both.
Dang, I'm working on it. Way too long. That's what's taking so long.
Put it in like that, and there. Put a little bit more here. Or oh, of course I took too much. It's always how it goes when we'll just take a tiny and blop like what? What? So there.
I'm working on what the hair for the last 3 prompts.
Oh yeah, you're.
Mm.
What? Oh, what are you doing? Is that like a? I want to kind of zoom in, but I know that isn't really possible, is it? Hmm.
Oh, I love that lace.
Oh, finally got something to do with it because when I had the curtain, I was like, oh, I don't like the curtain, but I like this part, so I just cut that thing off. It was from actually my mom gave it to me when I was, moving from home.
Mm-hmm.
So that it's kind of like, yeah, I have this in the wardrobe, well, like in the closet. Do you want to have it, or I'll just throw it away? Oh, I want to have it, but I'm not going to use it the way that you
You
was
expect
intended, like that.
not going to use
And the thing is, I got it, and telling you this was like 30 years ago,
it.
but I haven't had it in my craft room for 30 years. I actually had the whole curtain, like, I don't know, maybe it was 5 years ago. I cut it all up, and
You finally realize
well,
I'm not going to use this.
yeah, it was just laying around in a storage. So
I'm ready whenever you are. I'm gonna eventually
yep,
have
yep,
a haircut.
yep. Let's see. Was this the sixth one? Yes, I think it is. Yes, I think it is. This is going to be something for the face. I don't know. Let's look
We had
into
fine
this
liner.
scribble.
That's pretty good for the face. Scribble her face down.
Uh,
Make it like a child, and it would look straight.
yeah, yeah. I don't know. I don't know that. We'll definitely just scribble some eyes just to have something on here.
There's a cat whisker. Look at that. Cat whisker.
What?
Little cat. It's a Luna whisker. I'll save that because I'm weird. I'll put that right over there.
Let's see.
Need to scribble, scribble, scribble. We all like to scribble.
Yeah.
Let's scribble, scribble.
Then the mouth is somewhere down here, and then the
I got my heart from Miss Trouble.
and then
Face and
something like this.
red hearts. Okay. Ooh. Ah.
So I've kind of created something in terms of scribbling. fast. Is it really messy on one side and braid on? Yeah, yeah. I can see what you mean, Dana. Mm. Mm-hmm,
This is
mm-hmm.
gonna be the bangs. I'm not done, but they're both braided. Let's see.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm
Yep,
gonna do
yep,
the
yep.
bangs. I'm still working on it. I'm still working on
Mm-hmm.
it. What are you doing, Storm Storm? Are you needing to go? Is everybody yelling at you for dinner?
No,
Okay.
no, no, no. Oh, this one, I need to put it in a safe spot. You know, this little tiny needle. It's definitely one of those, like, eventually it will be either me or one of the cats because they usually go up here. I don't know what it is, but here the area of, yeah, I think it's, yeah, now I'm thinking it might be the lights because it gets really warm here, but usually when I'm here, I don't have all the lighting, like if I'm not streaming or doing videos or whatever. I love the blue background. Just
my
this
my
blacking
Indigo,
oil. Yeah.
my Indigo. I knew how to pronounce it too when I picked it up, but it just didn't come out right that day. All right, scribble.
Mhm.
Scribble.
Cute.
I think I need like a curling iron. Who has a curling iron? I need to curl my bangs.
Oh.
My bangs are out.
Oh, then there. It's really tiny too. So. Oh.
Oh, I'm trying, and it's tacky, and it won't stick. It's
The
not.
last prompt for today, everyone. Are you ready? Let's see. We will go with this one, and this one says animal.
I would think we can go back, and since we had a fine liner, we could use a fine liner for the face. I'm just saying, right? I mean, it's using one of the prompts. Animal was really the last one.
Yes, we already had bird.
Yes. So I'm going to add some more birds this sky. Like I wanted to. See? The good thing I didn't do it.
I am. What are we going for?
Haircut.
Animal. Let's
Hey, you sound like Def Leppard song.
see.
I'm eating granola. Sorry if you hear me crunching. Crunchy, crunchy, crunchy.
I'll just put. Let's just put the other one.
There we go. Well, it's not what I was hoping it would look like, but this is supposed to be the bangs. Swished off to the side. Bird, 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 bird.
And here. There's a whole row of. have the animals there. A row of ants. I was actually thinking of having one row here too, just to have the shoulder area, you know. But
Oh, cute. Yeah. Hi, Storm. What are you doing back there?
so just go with the bigger one, really, because it's easy.
Away from keyboard. That's funny. I got you now, lady. Can't trick me again. Think I'm an old lady. Huh.
I remember when you used to have a like a Nokia and those old phones, and like we had to tap like to create a C like three times on the key, and those types like can write all kinds of strange messages like 1, 3, 7, 10, and then
Mhm. Yep. When I met Shannon, she was still using that kind, and I was like, "What the?" Because I hadn't. I don't think I ever had just a flip phone. I went straight to back in the day. Caracia, I think, was one of the first phones, and it was a slide, and it had a full
oh
keyboard. That was my first smartphone. I didn't do the flip phone. I had now. Well, I guess it was a flip phone. I had one of the original AT&T, a little flap that flipped down.
mm-hmm.
And then, well, my first phone was a bag phone that I carried around
Oh yeah.
because when I was a nanny, I used it. And then I went to one of those with the little flip down. And then the next one was just like a little phone, but it wasn't a smartphone. It was just a cell phone. But my first smartphone had that little slide
Oh.
because I was like, I'm not getting a flip phone. I just thought those were so. I just thought they were so weird. I was like, that was just so weird that you had to type like that. And I was like, I'm not gonna waste my time. I actually still have it. That slip.
Oh,
It's in,
you do?
my son has a drawer with um
I
probably
remember having one like this, and I was like
yes.
11 years old or something. you know.
Yeah, I had a phone like that, but mine wasn't smart. Like you couldn't text. Like if you text, it was stuff like like your pager. You would have to flip it upside down, and it said hello or whatever. You
Oh
did.
yeah, I remember that one. Yeah.
But I never had one that was a smartphone where you could text somebody.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah, but so many fun phones back in the day, like tiny ones.
Oh,
Um,
well, and it was like 2000 and Gatton was 2005. It was, I guess, when everything was like going real small or something. Because our
mhm.
IT guy at the company I worked at, he had a phone that was it was like this big. No kidding, it was like 3 inches big. I thought it was a toy. And he was like, "No, no, here." And he called the main number, and the office phone rang. I was get out of here. I really thought it was a toy, and he said, "No, it's just a small, tiny phone." But tech guys always had the weirdest newfangled stuff.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Hmm. Trying to remember his
I
name.
don't know.
Strange last name. Not strange, but strange. It wasn't Smith. It was a real long name.
uh-huh.
I think what it was. But it was definitely different. It was like most people probably can't spell that. I don't think I could spell it if I had to, but I can't remember what it was. Might have been like a ski, like a Polish name. No, was it?
I don't know. Unfortunately, I can't help
A lot
you
of
with
those,
that.
a lot of those long Polish names are like that, though. They're like
Yeah. Yep. They are. Yeah, that's true.
Kalinowski. No, that was a guy that I knew in Pittsburgh. I can't remember, but yeah, he was. I liked him a lot, but I think he was part of the reason I went. Welcome back. You're cute. You should.
Welcome
You need a. I'm back at my keyboard. Do you? Is that something, or am I crazy? I don't. I don't.
back. Yeah. Oh, I remember there was.
I
They,
remember on IRC where you would put in, you would do backslash. Remember when you used to
oh,
talk on IRC and you would have to do all the motions,
oh yes,
you
yes,
do
yes.
backslash kick, and it would say, "I too am Becca kicked Mrs. Gigi,"
Yeah,
or you
yeah.
do.
I actually met my husband there. I, so
Oh, did
I
you?
actually met my husband like that. Like, yep.
Wow. Yeah, IRC is where I met one of my friends in from Norway. That's how we
Mm-hmm.
met on, and I met actually the person I moved down to Florida to live with for a little while. Um, he I met there. I went and visited some. I was like one of those very first timers that people started meeting people, so I could have been murdered because I was like one of the first people out there that meeting people, flying to different places.
Yeah,
But yeah, I flew 2 different times to meet people that I met. Um, but yeah,
yeah. I actually.
I used to be on IRC until like 2 o'clock. And my uncle would come home from work at let's see, what time did he? Maybe he got home at about midnight, and then I'd stay on. I'd be on their computer. They gave me permission to stay at their house because they lived about a block and a half, 2 blocks from my where I lived with my aunt, my grandma
Mm-hmm.
actually. Um, because my whole family down in Pittsburgh lived kind of all in the same area. But yeah, wow, that was a long time. But yeah, I did all that whole. Um,
Yeah, I remember going actually to another country visiting a
you
person. I
know,
was like, that was, you know,
good for you. Did you come to America?
no,
Come
it
to
wasn't.
America.
No, it was a
The crazy,
neighboring country. It
that's
was
what's crazy,
Denmark. So
right? You're like, I came there. You guys are crazy. Um, yeah, that's pretty cool, Mrs. Gigi. We're the oldies but goodies of the original IRC. Is that where you were IRC, or did you do the Apple one? Not the was it
no,
Apple?
the IRC was the thing.
IRC?
Like you were like, yeah, that,
I used to have my own channel.
yes,
My
yeah.
handle was ALL underscore score GRRL.
Oh, yeah.
That was my handle on IRC. There's a couple people that I wish I could run into that I remember their names. There was a young girl that she was very depressed, and I pray to God that she didn't do anything crazy and stupid. Hopefully, she's
Mm-hmm.
still with us. But she was there quite often and very depressed. There was a girl, I call them young. I was pretty young at the time, too. What was I? 21, 22 when I was on there. So you had to been
Yeah, yeah. I was like maybe 16 or something when I
yeah,
started, like
okay, yeah,
15 or like.
yeah. Because I moved down here when I was 24, and I chatted on IRC for at least 2 3 years, if not more, if more. It had to have been more than that. I chatted, but yeah. Oh, and getting on
And
MTV, I
then
don't know if you had that over there, but when MTV would stream and you all you wanted was your name to come up scrolling
oh
across.
yes, I remember that. Yeah, that was,
That's all you
what was
wanted. Are they gonna put me up there? Because it was always a crap shoot if you're gonna get to be
oh,
one.
yep, yep, yep. And then I remember what was the other thing? Like there was IRC, and then
AOL came was real big
yeah,
there.
AOL. Yeah, that wasn't as big here.
Yeah, I didn't.
But then
I never even had. I don't think I had a
And then
handle.
there was like, oh, I don't remember. I remember the logo though. That was like a flower, and it turned yellow,
Yes,
green, or red. Like if you were online, it was green, and if you were like away, it was yellow. What was that again?
that
Like
wasn't AOL, was it? No, because I think
no,
I had that. Yeah, because IRC was an actual. It was almost like it was Linux. It was.
yeah, yeah, it was. Oh, the flower thing. I used to have a whole bunch of people there.
Yeah, I always wonder if I logged in, if I would see anyone. Yeah, I not you. Well, you too. Blah, blah. Yahoo used to have their chat service
Yeah, was that the flower? Maybe I don't remember what the
because
ICQ.
ICQ.
Yes, that's what.
That's it.
Yeah, that's what it was.
ICQ. That's what it was because it was IRC and then ICQ came next.
Yeah.
Instant relay chat was first, and then I don't know what ICQ was. I see you, maybe. I
I see. I see.
remember that.
I don't know if it's like ICQ. Yeah, but I remember those. Like that. Yeah.
Yep, those were my two that I used. Yeah, because once it went to that, you could actually find people because you used to have to search through all the chat
Yeah.
boards.
For the.
And then
Yep.
you had
Yeah.
to get on, well, if your friends weren't on that server, you'd have to then log out, log into a different server to see if that's where they were hanging out. So you kind of had to meet people and really get, and I had a whole folder, and I think I still have it somewhere, of their names. And like each page, I would, if I learned something new about that person, I'd put it on that page. And yeah, had the daisy and was the rainbow colored ICQ. Yep, that's what it was. Because you could turn yourself off as hidden.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep. Hmm.
Oh, are we old or what? Kids don't even have a clue, do they? Like,
But the funny thing was, I actually read, I wouldn't say just a couple of years ago, but it feels like it was like not more than 10 years ago that ICQ just closed down.
oh,
So,
really? Oh, I
yeah.
guess we couldn't log on then to see if our friends are still there.
No, because I don't know with yeah, I don't because
Oh,
I used to try, like I think it was like 15 years ago I tried, and but I think it was 10 years ago I read
oh,
an
Lord.
article saying.
Mrs. Gigi, seriously, it's been that. It does not feel like that. It doesn't. It
Uh,
feels like it was just a few, but I can't believe, like, for example, Shannon and I have been together 10 years, and that blows me away. Like, no, I think we're almost married. This coming year, we'll be married. Yeah, we'll be married 10 years. So that means with 12 years, about 12 years we've been together. Um, yeah, we got together on the second year I was injured. That just blows me away.
hmm. Oh wow, yeah.
I mean, whoa, my son is 20. IRC was way before I knew my son. I had it was like 10 years before I had my son. I was on that. That just, how do we get old? Where did that come from?
Yeah, just something just happened. Like I
And then
don't know.
Trillion. I remember when Trillion came out. I didn't use it, but I remember
Oh
it.
no, yeah, yeah.
Were you
Uh,
working in the radio business at that time? Is that why you kind of remember it all? Because you're a few years older than me. Well, you're my aunt's age. My aunt and her husband, now they knew each other from high school, but they started talking, I think, again. They didn't talk in high school, but that's how they got married. What a mistake that was, because he's younger than I am. I did not like him, and I didn't call him uncle.
oh
It's like,
yeah.
you're younger than me. You're not my uncle. Get the hell out of here.
Hmm.
He was like younger than me by 2 months or something. And not that my aunt's that old. I mean, my aunt's only 6 years older than me, so it's not like she robbed the cradle too bad. And
Oh.
she didn't
Mhm.
marry him until I think they didn't get together. She was like in her 30s.
Oh wow.
She
Okay.
swore she wasn't ever going to get married. She wasn't ever going to have kids. She got married and had two kids. And
Wow. Hmm.
and she's still married because she's like, I ain't paying. He's with this other woman, been with her since that's why they split up, because he went with this other woman. But uh, she's like, hey, I'm getting free health care off of him. So she hasn't even, she said, I don't care if I'm married as long as I get my free health care. He pays for all that. He has a good job and stuff. So
Hmm. Hmm.
he just covers her. She's like, why would I pay for a divorce? He left me. I said, good for you.
Yeah, that's things happen throughout the years. Like that's so
Crazy.
strange.
I mean, I've moved to Texas twice.
Yeah. I'm actually reading about ICQ now, and
Oh,
the
are you?
strangest thing is, like in
What?
2022,
Uh-huh. That's only
They
what?
had over that's like recently, like they had
Yeah.
over 11 million monthly users,
What?
and
In what
and
countries? Does it say what country?
no, I don't. I no, that's not
Because
really
I think
no.
sometimes that matter, sometimes it's the
And then they announced actually June 26th of this year that it's not really, it's going to be
well,
discontinued. The
girlfriend, your
whole
memory of reading that 10, 15 years ago was
yeah,
wrong.
but it said here it said 2010 they
Oh,
reduced the service,
oh, okay.
so maybe they reduced it. You just work in a couple of
Yeah.
countries. I have no
Maybe
clue
probably
how
just
that
show
works, but
people maybe that's all they had. Maybe some people, because I remember that back in the day, and there's still countries we have to remember that have no clue about some things. They probably know about Google, but they don't get to use it every day or whatever.
yeah, that's definitely true. Yeah, so 2010 they kind of reduced the capacity, and it doesn't really say too much about it. But and then so like I would say yesterday, but back in June it was like yesterday, wasn't it?
Yeah, that is. Yeah,
Compared to like you know.
yeah. But the funny thing is, when we used it back, there was probably half that many people using it
Oh
because
yeah.
because there wasn't everybody, not every household had a computer, not every household had the internet. Yeah, that's
Hmm.
pretty crazy.
Yeah, that's for Sweden. Yeah, I think it's what like 98, 90, or definitely the like with the millennium, like 2000. The government had like a goal to have 98% of everybody in Sweden having
Oh,
access to
ours just
internet.
happened recently within the last 5 years.
Oh no, no, that was
Oh,
like
with COVID,
2000.
a lot of kids and stuff didn't have. They had to provide and stuff. I
Oh
mean, my
yeah,
mother
for
doesn't even
the
have good internet where she's out in the middle of nowhere. But I think that's always, unless they get Skylink, because like my neighbors, not my neighbors, my mother,
hmm
but there's the same neighbors I had as a kid. They have the
hmm
Skylink, so they
hmm
always tell my mom, if you ever need it, you can always use ours.
Oh yeah.
I've considered that.
Yeah, here it's like you can get online everywhere. Like all the cities have free
Yeah, yeah. I guess
Wi-Fi
it's been a longer.
everywhere.
I guess it's been about 10 years, longer than that. I guess it has been about 20 years that they've had the parks. Like at every park you go into, that there's like free Wi-Fi at certain benches and things like that. Like where they have the free Wi-Fi reached.
hmm
Now I'm sure it's through the whole park, but back then, they probably had to have certain areas only had the
hmm
whatever. I don't know. It's like I turned 50 and I care less
so,
about I care less about technology. Now I understand my mother's and my grandmother's feeling about technology and stuff. They're like, I'm on my way down the hill. I don't care what happens for y'all. I'm never going to use that new technology, so why should I care? Right?
yeah.
Just
hmm
give me a car that runs and a house that a roof over my head.
Yep.
I
Yep.
was in my
Yep.
20s, then and I did. I used to keep up with everything, but I also think with Shannon's not ever been big on technology. It's like not a big deal in her life at all.
hmm
And to me, it was always, I used to have the top phone, not iPhone. I never went that way, even though that would have been considered the top at one time. But I always had the top phone. I always had the best computer I could afford at the time. I never had the best. It was what I could afford at the time. And it was just because I liked technology. The only thing that I couldn't ever afford was the newest cars with the newest technology. But I always had a new car, and then I'd always trade in when I could trade in so that I could get
hmm
that next newest that I could afford with the newest stuff in it. Just because I always found technology. I worked in data. I used to write
Yeah.
code and stuff, so that always interested me. So I guess that probably had something to do with it. And if I went to a larger school, my life would have
Oh
been
yeah, that would
different.
definitely have
You know,
been
if I
different.
didn't
Yeah.
go to such a small school that we had no idea, we all shared three computers. In a bigger school, I would have had so many more opportunities in technology.
Hmm.
I just
Yeah.
didn't. Our small town, our small town, yeah, is just still a small town, and
Yeah. Hmm.
so yeah, it would have been really cool to be in technology, but I did the best I could with no knowledge, talking my way into it and learning it. 29
Mm.
degrees. Oh, that sounds
Ooh.
so toasty.
Ooh. Hmm.
So, what do are you needing to head out, or
No, not really. But I thought that we could go through the prompts that we have used,
let's do it?
kind of thing.
Yeah,
So today we began the whole thing with birds.
there they are.
I created my turkey type situation in the back here.
I like it.
And we used the fine liner.
Can barely tell anymore, but her hat and her head,
Hmm. Yeah, I outlined and then put some dots just because, I just had to do something. And then we had the wild card. That was kind of fun.
I made hair.
I created hair too with, I don't know, it was curled
Curly
paper
cues.
pieces. Yeah.
Curly cues.
And indigo color.
The background. And then
Mhm.
go. I have it right here. And
In
then go.
here, use that. And we use some lace.
Made her hair ties.
Cute. And I use this. And we scribbled a little bit too.
Colored in her hat with scribbles.
Right. And I kind of did something going on here in the face. And we had the last one, animal.
I added more birds.
Oh,
Into
you
the
did.
sky.
And I created an ant type situation to like just outline the shoulder area there.
Yeah, little ants. She has ants
Mm.
crawling on her shoulder.
Yep.
She's at a picnic.
Yep.
Love it. Love it. Here we go. Ladies in hats. We're doing good.
Mhm.
All different kinds of ladies.
Yep,
I wanted to try
definitely.
something different where the lady wasn't the main picture, because so many of these, I've done a couple. I was able to succeed with making not,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if oil there. I did a whole body. Most of them are just the head, and oh, this one just turned out so cute.
Yeah,
Um,
it definitely did.
well, this one,
Yeah,
this is
and that
the
one too.
body. And that one's kind of fun.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so many of them are like, yeah, there's nothing like that one. Good. Okay. There we
Cute.
go. There we go. I think I'm missing some. I think maybe they fell down to the back of mine because it just doesn't seem like these are all of them.
No,
No, it
what
just
did we count? Did we count like,
we did the other day.
yeah. Well, I don't know how many it was, but I
Six,
have a whole bunch of them right here beside me. So there must be several more for you, I would say.
17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 23. No, remember we counted and you were surprised that you had the same.
Oh, yeah.
You were surprised because you thought you had lost some.
Yeah, but
Oh,
I hadn't done that.
you had them all. All right.
I I don't know. I am going overboard with my autumn or fall journal. It was meant to be a September, October project. It's definitely a November project now too, because I just realized
Stayed on there.
what in the world.
Small ones on.
No, I'm going to use it in November and actually write in it. That's what I'm going to do because I realized, I'm not going to do any specific thing in November. I don't think, as of right now, anyways. But I don't know what happened. It's chunky.
Are you doing Inktober or whatever they do.
N- No,
No,
no, no, no. I don't have time for that,
we
unfortunately.
ain't got time for that around this place.
No.
Time.
So this was meant for September and October, and I'm gonna just put a little plus November or whatever. But I'll just look through this and see.
And
I
I
had,
made this yesterday because I was not feeling creative, so I just took some paper and made a
ooh,
book, and then just started gluing and creating inside the book, which helped become creative. And so I'm going to just keep doing. I'm going to create. I'm going to add some stuff to this, I guess.
mm-hmm.
What I'm going to do.
Oh, I haven't put anything there yet. There are so many blank spots already in, that I find new things each day when I look in this. Um,
Thank you, Stephanie. Stephanie. Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you, Can. Oh no, I take my thank you back from Candy. She didn't say that looked nice. Take it back. Take it back.
let's see, there are so many things in here, but I need. What are we going for? Yes. Yeah, it's a little pocket. I have so many things going on here that I don't really remember all of the things. Yeah, so we need that.
Well, you know who didn't bump in is Beth. Beth usually pops in on her phone.
Where are you, Beth?
Oh,
Where are you?
maybe she's sleeping. She was making paper last
Oh
night.
yeah.
It was last night.
Oh yeah, I saw it, or parts of the live. I'm actually going to watch it later on today. And let's see.
I remember she made those a few times before. She has instead of making big, because I remember showing her my homemade paper that I made one time, and I
Mm-hmm.
was a pie pan, and I used pie pan, and then she showed me how she used what she used to dry her paper. And I thought that was
Mm-hmm.
cool, that the way she came up with that.
Let's see if we can use this part.
I
Putting
changed my
that
paper.
in.
I think yesterday had a leak, the drum. Is that normal? 8 years old? That sounds so like that shouldn't have leaked. That's some
Whoa, no, I kind of feel like that's
8 years old doesn't seem
eight.
long, does it?
No,
Yeah.
no, definitely not.
Someone something happen? Sounds like someone shot it, or 8 years
8 years to me, that's
for a fuel,
very, yeah,
right?
yeah.
That's weird.
I would say like that will last like 25 years or so,
Yeah, that's
something.
yeah. Yeah, that's more, if somebody said, "Oh, it's 25 years old," it probably need a replaced,
Yeah, mm-hmm.
Oh, that sounds a little crazy. Oh, that's true. That's true. They live up there in Alaska, and he said the wind and the weather. I forget about that, Andrew. I forget about that.
Yeah, but I'm thinking like,
It would be made
uh,
different for that weather.
yeah, that might be it because all of, thinking me living in Sweden, all of our things are, they are like literally made to be able to bear, like I don't even know, like um whatever minus with this Fahrenheit thing, like I don't even
Oh, did you answer me? I know I asked, but I might not have listened. Um, if you guys are in the dark yet?
no, yep, we are, unfortunately.
Mhm.
Is unfortunately, I would say, like, all the things, like, here they will at least be, yeah, 40 minus is the same actually. And then, like, I think they are up to like 760 minus or whatever. Like, what is that in Fahrenheit? 60 Celsius, 60 minus. Oh, this thing. I don't know how this works with the conversion. 70, no, minus 76 degrees. And I would say that's not even like a thing. Like, it's never going to be minus 76 Fahrenheit. Yeah, so
Yeah, I've not heard of it at least.
no. Yeah, because I know that they create, when they do tanks and things, um, they do it to be, to last up to minus 60 Celsius, at least here where I am. But it's dark. I kind of like this season of, with darkness and lights, because usually, we all put lights in our yards and on the houses, and especially like Christmas time, we put lights in our windows,
Yeah.
and things like that, because it's Christmas time, of course, but then because of the darkness too, it lights the whole thing up.
And you could go look at
And
Christmas lights any time of the day instead of having to wait until
oh
night.
yeah, yep. But we don't really have, the typical. And I would say for me, it's like a typical American, like, bright Christmas light house. Like the one in the village. Like everybody go. Like there is nothing like that.
Mhm.
So, but there are lights, but not as big and fancy type things. So,
I think the smaller probably are prettier, to be honest with you.
mhm.
I like to see, I think one or two houses, but I think everybody having it is too much for me. I like when I like the smaller houses that try their best, or when you know that the kids put them out. I love that. You can tell that the
Oh
kids
yeah.
just kind of hung them, and it's like it's either really lazy parents that didn't want to do it, but the kids made them, or the kids went out there with some lights and just kind of somehow put them up in the trees or around the house. I like those
Oh
kind of.
yeah. Hmm.
I don't know. I like the old traditional big bulbs, and I don't
No,
like all the
it's
blow up stuff. I don't like those at all. I don't think those are very um I just don't like them. I mean, they're okay if that's what your style is. I'm not going to be like, those are ugly and they need to be taken down out of the neighborhood. Some people say that, those blow
oh
up.
yeah, that's, I
Some
can
neighborhoods
imagine that.
because of their homeowners say you can't have them, which I think, whatever. It's your own, it's your property. If you like it, your kids like it, then dang it, it's your Christmas. Let you have them. But I don't think they're pretty. I'd rather see some pretty, and I love the color, colored lights. I think like I always had colored lights. I think
Mm-hmm.
once we did red and white on the outside of my house to
Mm-hmm.
changed up a little bit because I already had the white, so we bought red. And then one
We
year we did all the just traditional multicolor, and
mm-hmm.
along with the white because again I had all the white, so I did white and then I did some of the border and stuff in the multicolor. But it was fun. It was fun to see. We don't our house sits too far off the road. I mean, we could
Mm-hmm.
decorate, but it would literally just be for us, which I guess is okay. But it's a lot of work for
We
We'll
don't
just
really have, lights all over the house like in, but we have. Let's see if I can find any pictures. We have like traditional lighting in the windows. Like, let's see. Hmm.
do you do the candles in the window?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's like a traditional type. It's electrical, but
Again, my mother's neighbor, they have a really big farmhouse, and they put one candle in each window for the Christmas time, and then wreaths on all the windows, and it looks so pretty.
let's see if I can have a.
I remember the day after Thanksgiving is when I would, have that day off of school. My mother would, everybody else would work, but I'd go up in the attic and pull all the Christmas stuff down and start putting all the Christmas stuff up and wash the windows so I could hang up all the lights around the windows.
Mm-hmm.
My mom was probably happy that I would wash the windows. She didn't care that I was putting up the lights.
Oh, this. Let's see if I can. Um, this is a double. Usually, don't people don't really have it like this. You have it. Yeah, I know. I don't even know if it's visible.
Oh
With
yeah,
either they have like this one
yeah,
or
mhm,
that one in the window. Like, this picture has both of them. That's not really.
yeah.
Yeah,
I,
but either one of those, like in the windows, like in most of the windows, like in all over the house. Like,
yeah,
if you have 20 windows, you have
we
20 of
have
these. It's
20 of
like,
those. Yeah. That's
so
how my mom's neighbor is. Yeah, just like that they have, but it's just the one candle, and then they have the wreath. And they don't have they have a wreath, a Christmas wreath that hangs in the window. It's really pretty. It looks really elegant and pretty in their house. Hey Andrew, my sister has Christmas lights and she leaves them
or
up all year round. She said,
even like this,
"Oh yeah,
with if you have a double window, you have two of those in the same, like, it's,
yeah,
mhm.
pretty, pretty, pretty." My sister, she's like, I don't care. I don't care what anyone says. I'm leaving these lights up. She said it took us so long to get them up.
Yeah, that's the thing
We'll
with
leave them up
them.
all year round. And she
Yeah.
uses them, she'll turn them on because she'll need light outside and they're connected to her light switch. So she just leaves them on. Oh, really? Oh, and I hate taking my decorations down because they're my decorations. I want to leave them up.
No, no.
Too pretty to take down. I would leave them. Well, I actually do have some garland and some lights that I leave up all year round because I like them and they were a pain to put up. Shannon had a real heck of a time putting them up, and I said, well, just leave them there. I'm okay with you leaving them there. Who cares? They're cute. Leave them
Hmm.
there. I will be right back.
Yeah.
Jug, I said I'd be back. You didn't have to get up.
Oh, he was
Cracks me up. This
prepared
one
to.
he jumps. Like, oh, okay, where are we going? Where are we going? Where are we going?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Let's see. What do we want to have in there? Do we want to have anything else? Hmm. No, for this one, I don't think so.
All right. Yeah. The 24th of December, everyone goes to church and brings presents to the church. When service is over, the teens and adults hand out the presents. Oh, what a beautiful tradition. That's really a nice tradition.
Yeah, when being like in a small village or something like that, I can imagine it. We are usually not home here in the village for Christmas, so we usually with my parents or my husband's parents, and
Are your
Well,
parents in Switzerland too?
no,
Where are your
no, mine are like close to where we have our summer house.
Oh, that's right, that's right, that's right,
Hmm.
that's right. And your husband's there
Yeah,
and
the husband. Yeah, my husband's are there. We would do like every other year or something, just so it's my husband would have his side of the families in Switzerland. Who was it? I think it was Beth and Anne the other day that created a fun collage page in a book. I don't know if Anne or Beth had it, but
oh, I seen Anne posted something. She's something I haven't collaged in a long time or something like that, and there was a really pretty collage she did.
yeah, it
I
was a
didn't
couple
know
of
where
days
or
ago.
how so it came from. Huh. Doing fun stuff without us, I see.
Let's see, traditional games and foot races. No, oh wow, that's really nice, Andrew. Having those traditions.
That is really cool. I oh, forgot to hit this computer. Am I assuming wrong that these are held inside? I can't imagine how I can
Oh no,
imagine
for
having
me as a
fun
Swede, I can definitely see them being outside. That's the whole
outside.
thing.
Oh,
Yes, absolutely. Like
oh,
we
yeah.
have those type of things too, but not here where I live. Like, yeah, it's
It just
definitely outside, and then usually they, or at least here, they serve like hot cocoa and have like a whole thing going on. Like,
yeah, that's crazy to me. The people that go and like I mean maybe when I was young, it was like, no, for outside crazy. Maybe it was fun to be outside, but like I see
yeah,
these movies, these Hallmark movies where they're doing all this activity outside and they're bundled up.
yeah, it's not
No,
in the movies. It's a real thing. Oh, it's
not
outside,
my
is
life,
it?
and not my life. It's like, somewhere warm. Maybe here in Texas where there's no snow, but once snow gets introduced, I have zero interest in that activity until the sun comes out. Thank
Yeah.
thank you, but not
So the
me.
foot races outside, the traditional games inside. Yeah, I can definitely see that thing.
Wow. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely not a snow bunny. When I was little, I used to like, you get bundled up and stuff, but I can't imagine now.
I can. In some ways, I can see that up in Alaska and Sweden are kind of similar to each other in terms of the temperatures and like all the kind of like traditions in some ways too, like
Hmm.
and um,
Well, every time I look at Sweden on the map, I just blow myself away at how hot, how south, how north you are. I just
yep.
never realized really how I never had a reason to look at it that close. I guess.
Oh yeah, oh, I can definitely relate to that, Andrew. Definitely relate to that.
To have layers on just sounds so uncomfortable. I mean, I understand it because I've done it, but so uncomfortable. Especially when I barely ever wear anything, it's just like I'm always in a tank top and shorts. And I mean, I do enjoy though when winter comes here and I can throw on a sweatshirt. I'm not going to fit, but I
And
like that
that's about it too. Like,
that
just
comfy the feeling all bundled up and comfy. But to throw on, jacket to where your armpits are sweaty because you got 3 layers on your armpit. Now you got a jacket. Oh, I just don't miss it. Gloves,
yeah,
scarf around the face so you can breathe, and then you still can't breathe because the wind's shooting through the scarf.
yeah.
Yeah, your toes feeling like they're going to fall off because you had to wait for the bus and the bus got stuck. I just, yeah, that's not fun. It's really just not fun having to shovel out your sidewalk just to get to your car and then dig out your car in the driveway. I don't know where you guys think that's fun. Why you would want to, there's nothing I just said that says, oh, now if it was like in the Hallmark movies where I could just go and, have a hot cup apple cider or something with a friend,
Hmm.
fall in love, just like in the movie, it would be great. But we know that that's not life.
Oh no, no, definitely. No,
You
that's.
can't talk me into it. But it talks a lot of people into it. A lot of people go and think that that's what they're going to do. Trick
Oh no.
two. That's what Mother Nature's saying. Look at
Mm-hmm.
this little dude. Little dog I just cut out.
Let's see.
Fun. I don't know
Maybe
what
we
he's
can
going
have
for,
this
but
one
he's fun.
on.
Maybe he needs to be on this dynamic page.
Just put these two and let's see.
I know, Belinda. I lived there. I know. And then I tried to move home thinking, oh, I'm going to, I miss it. I want to be there. No, uh-uh. Didn't like and enjoy not a one thing. I mean, to go and, oh, look, I almost glued them down and you're not all the way cut out. Like to go and sled ride or whatever, sure. But then when you're done and you come inside and you realize how cold your toe now, see, I can't feel my toes anymore, but I can remember that burning feeling of them warming up, and
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know.
No, that's
And if I didn't
yeah.
have,
But if you have like the right type of clothing and right, with all the gears that you have, like things like that, doesn't really happen. That's just my.
huh, I don't believe that because I lived up there. I remember being a kid, and it still happened. It still was cold.
Yeah, but mm, just saying, just
Good
saying.
try, good
I
try, Gigi.
Yeah,
Good
but
try.
it's like that. Of course it's cold, but you can be colder. I don't know, you just have to.
You can always be colder, Mrs. Gigi says. Well, you can always be hotter. How about that? You can move to Texas and always be hotter.
I don't know. I don't know if there is a saying in the US, but here in Sweden, it's like there are no bad clothing. No, there are no bad weather. There's only bad clothing. Like, you have to think about what you have to wear in terms of, looking at the temperature and so.
Well, I have to look all the time. I have to look and say, it's cold out there, or it's hot out there. I better take off the shirt and just wear. I think I'll go naked today. That's a pretty good thought. I like it. Doesn't bother me, not one bit. This is fun. Maybe I'll start blue booking more because I'm having kind of fun doing this. Let's see a little book.
Yeah, I was thinking about that for next year. Actually, just glued. I really liked doing that. I used to do that kind of, you know,
I like
Let's
what I'm
see.
doing where I don't work on one page. I kind of work through it, whatever. Like I see this, I really like this. Now I got to find a place for it instead of having the page and finding stuff for that page. I'd rather find the thing and then find the page for it, if that makes
Oh,
sense.
yep, yep. I'm like that too.
I've made quite a few glue books like that that I love how they turned out because they end up telling like a story at the end instead of just trying to make everything fit and work on that page. um, which is fun. Don't get me wrong. Like I like playing the number game where you pick the page numbers and you do that. I like doing that. That's fun. But it's kind of like playing that one game where you flip through it real fast in 5 minutes and do it. That's fun to do.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd want to do that every single day. So I think that's kind of how I feel about this. Is that this is more for me being creative than that other way. That other way is just kind of making something when you
Mm-hmm.
aren't sure.
For me, it's sometimes just gluing down whatever just to be able to glue, kind of,
Oh
just.
yeah, some people I've heard people say that that's what they like about glue booking. It has nothing to do with what they're making. It's just um,
Eventually it will
sorry,
be
I
something, but
Yeah, right. Eventually, will be something. And then there's objects where it's like I can't find anywhere to put it today, so I just stick it in the book. But the next time I come across, it's like, oh, what about on this?
hmm
That would look really cool in. Mhm. Never cold here. It's always the wind. Oh yeah, the wind.
yeah. hmm
40, 50 winds and snow. Yeah, because the wind seems to.
Yep,
Now, I'm sure
that's
it's
the
little,
thing.
but it can go right through you, man.
Yeah, it
And you can't
definitely can.
breathe. If you don't have your face covered correctly, it ends up taking your breath away. I lived through one blizzard in Pittsburgh, and then when I was a kid, I remember a blizzard coming through up in the town that I was in. Um,
hmm
with I remember just big, huge piles of snow after they were done trying to clean up the town and stuff. And that was back in the day where they used to dump it in the river. Now it's like, oh, you can't put it
What?
in the river because it's
What?
putting all the other bad stuff in the river along with it. So now they don't do that. They just pile it up, which melts and goes into the river. So I don't.
Yeah, yeah, but
It
I
saves them
would
so much
say like
work. They would
in
just
the
put it in the river.
wow,
But
in the river for me that would be like back in the 20s, 30s, in those kind. But was that recent that they like,
when I was a kid, so 40 years ago, 40 something years ago, they would dump. Yeah, they would.
wow,
They would and that was a blizzard, and they had
yeah,
nowhere
but
to put snow, so they had nowhere to pile it, so would dump it into the river, the snow.
hmm.
But that was that was before they used all the chemicals. It was mainly salt, but it was the salt that melted the.
Oh, you're not allowed to have that here anymore. Like it was.
Yeah, they don't use that now. They use some sort of chemical, which is probably worse.
What? No, now they have like I don't even know. It's not gravel, but you're not allowed to have any sort of chemical types thing. Uh,
Yeah,
yeah.
there's something they spray on it, some sort of something they put on it now.
So it
Cinder.
melts. Like is it melting faster or whatever? Like
Yeah.
I never.
Yes.
Yeah, I can totally relate to that, Andrew. Not where I live, but further north in Sweden, it's like that. Uh, I live in southern parts of Sweden, and we don't get that much snow. So, uh, and I live close to the coast too. So it's not like that here.
Let's see. Yeah, where's this? Iceland. Hey, where's this? Scotland. I want one of those so bad. I don't know where
No,
I.
wait.
I
Oh,
keep.
that's in Scotland. Yeah,
I would
those
keep. Yeah, Scotland.
are. You would those.
I would.
Those are huge.
I'd keep him in my bedroom. He'd be
Ah.
my soft, cuddly pillow.
Oh, those are kind of cute, but they are huge.
So sweet.
Just say.
He looks like he just wants to cuddle with me. Portugal? Where's Portugal at compared to where you're at?
Oh no, it's in Southern Europe. So
Southern.
it's if you're thinking
Below Germany
Italy.
and stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. Um, where your son were, like in
Greece. I
Italy.
guess it'd be kind of
Greece is in
Greece.
Southern Europe too.
Yeah, I Gatton's one best friend. They'd go to Portugal every year around the
Oh,
holidays.
they do.
Their family
Mm-hmm.
lives there. Pershire. I'd love looking at these just to dream that maybe someday Normandy. Hmm, we could go there. There's Switzerland. Oh, I think we looked at this. How come I'm looking at the same book? Do I have two of these books?
Don't know. Don't
Looks so
know.
familiar, like I've looked at this book before. They sent me two of the same book. Oh no, they're different. This one has this lady.
Or is it
This is.
National Geographic's both?
I wonder why there's two different ones. Because travel catalog, they must with
Let's
different
see.
side, but a lot of the stuff's inside is that same. I got the other one like 2-3 months ago, and then I got this one. This was like past week. That's a cute bird. I wish they didn't put them on 2 pages. I'm gonna have to glue them together. This one, look at him. What is it? White face capuchin clings. A capuchin. Okay.
Never heard of it, unfortunately.
Some sort of little monkey.
Yep.
Icy Petersburg. Oh, this is Alaska. Only $6,200. He's big. He looks
Oh,
like he looks like he'd be cuddly too.
yep.
This is he looks real. He can hang out with my cow. They could be besties. Ooh, he's in Mexico. Aren't you not ugly? Uh-huh. Let's see here. Colombia. I think my sister's going to South America.
She is? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, another couple, her and her husband, another couple. I yelled at her for not inviting me. I said, "How dare you? You didn't even tell us about it. I had to find out through the internet."
Ay, ay, ay.
I know. Tell you what, couldn't even invite. This is a cute little bird. Would he fit in my book? I don't think so. I think tomorrow, Native Corporation. I know you told us yesterday. That is exciting. So you'll get to see how much. Chance to win
Wow.
$9,000. That would pay for your trip to go see your family next month. Is it next month? I think. Didn't you say it was 8,000 for the air flight? $16,000 to go to Oslo. Bring it on.
Oh, yep.
That is too cold. I didn't realize this is what it looks like.
In Oslo?
Yeah.
Yep.
I can go see some polar bears
In
for
the fjords.
17,000.
Yeah, but the polar bears are not in Oslo. They are, up further north. Like, it's not in Norway, in Oslo.
Spitzenberg. Spitzenbergen. Spitzenbergen.
No, that sounded more
Norway
German.
and the North Pole. Svalbard is a place of deep.
Yeah, Svalbard. Yeah, that's way further north. That's
Why would you put an F in front of a J? Why would they do that?
What?
I'm getting it. Hold on.
I do.
Right there. FJ. Why would you spell some FJORD?
Fjord.
Fjord. Sounds like I'm
Fjord.
sorry. It just reminds me of that Swedish cook on the Muppets.
Oh yeah,
What
fjord. Yeah,
is
going
he?
on
He
the
is the
fjord.
Swedish. Isn't he the Swedish cook? I think so.
Yeah, that's definitely a Swedish cook.
I've seen some things that
Yep,
people
yep,
that
yep.
Swedes just don't like the Swedish cook, and he's hilarious. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
but it was a whole.
Yes, I
Yeah, it was
know,
a whole thing.
but that's how Swedish words sound to us.
Yeah,
It's kind of like our American words. It sounds to Swedes so that don't speak, especially back, what was that, 50, 60 years ago when
mm,
language was not very common around, so you never had heard it before. You know, and I think the greatest thing is it's a Muppet, but you had the hands, the human hands.
yep, yeah,
That's what's funny. It's not necessarily it could have been called
yeah.
I don't know,
Whatever.
anything, cook. It could have the African cook, the English cook, it could have been called anything, and throwing the
Yeah,
food and
it
put stuff
was.
in a
It
bowl,
is actually
and
fun.
he had the rubber duck, didn't he? I think he had a rubber
Oh
duck.
yeah, yep, yep, yep.
Oh, memories. Yeah, right. Are Swedish? Are they known for cooking? Is that known? Like, is Swedish cooking something?
Mm,
I don't. I mean, besides
I
all
don't know if they are
the only thing I know
known,
is
but
because of
yeah, the
IKEA
Swedish.
meatballs. So it's not like I.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Yeah. So I wonder
No.
how that came about. Oh, he's handsome. I wouldn't mind having one of these as a friend. Let's see, what is he?
Well,
Yeah, he's
is
an
it some
iguana.
sort of lizard or something? Or
Yeah,
what is?
he's a land iguana. So
Oh,
it's not like
mhm.
lots of people I think have, well, not this one because the ones that are pets here in America,
Oh yeah, those are not like yeah. Hmm.
but I wouldn't mind having. I hear they're very like, if you get them and you raise them and stuff, they're very, they will cuddle with you and be, because
Yeah, I had a
they're not like,
friend once.
they're not
Mhm.
pack animals, like a cat and a dog, and where they have their colonies and their packs and their alpacas. They don't.
Yeah,
I don't think they live in packs. I think they maybe bear children and then off you go. Go do
I
what
don't
you.
know how it works, but I know I had a friend having one of those. It was called Carl Astrid because they didn't know if it was a boy or a girl,
Oh,
and then he was like a dog. It
oh,
was going with them like wherever like it
yeah,
was.
I hear they're very like, they like this one guy I watch on YouTube. He has one. He lets it out on the porch, and it's not like it's like a dog or a cat that just like, okay, see ya, and takes off running.
No, it's just like
They
yeah,
just stay right there, and it doesn't. Try to get away. He doesn't have a fence on his porch. It just goes. Stays
yeah.
around.
My
He
friend
can
had it
sit
like
in the
that.
chair. It comes up on his lap. I mean, come on, better
Yeah.
than your dog. you
Yeah,
know.
I remember being like that with my friends too. Like
Oh
we
yeah.
just laying there, like in the sun. If it was like summertime, it was just
I would think
chilling.
it'd be too cold there in Sweden, but what do
I had it indoors, with
Right, right.
and things like that. But it was like just hanging around, having a good time, kind of. You
And they pet them, and I'm like, "Wow, you can pet them." It's like people that have birds. I never realized, oh, you can hold a bird and pet a bird. I just thought that they stayed in their cage and tweeted. No, people, they fly around and land on your head and hang out. And my aunt was a bird. She raised birds, and she would have them. They laid eggs and everything, and she um, usually didn't sell them, but she found good homes for them. Like she knew people
know.
that wanted them. She didn't just like sell them out.
Yeah,
It was
I
like a
grew up with a budgie. He was like literally like on my shoulder or on my dad's shoulder like all the time. He was just flying around in the house like
okay question.
just
What
that
did you do about all the pooping? Because they don't
he
have any
he
control.
he went in. We trained him, so he went into his
Really?
cage. Yeah.
They knew? I didn't know. I thought that they were like horses. Well, like there's animals out there that don't know when it just is like it's like a machine,
You know,
comes
what, of course it happened, like, Sunday, but we trained him. So I
out.
would
Huh.
say like 85-90% of the time it was all, he flew to his cage and just,
How do you train? I mean, with a
I
dog
don't know.
outside,
My
yeah, your
father,
kid,
he
right?
did
You're like,
that.
oh
So
no, it happened. Yeah, my with the dog, every 2 hours we were taking him outside and telling him poopy, 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 and he learned.
yeah. The funny thing was, he was a budgie, but his name was Birdie.
Oh,
So he every time I went came home from school, he was like, "I'm home, I'm home, I'm home," and yeah, so he could actually talk, but
yeah. How
just a
cool is
couple of
that?
words like,
Well, that's fun. Yeah, I had a parakeet when I was young, I think, and unfortunately, I didn't have them very long. I can't remember exactly how long, but I didn't have them very long. And my friend came over and I was showing her my parakeet and how cute, and look, I have this bath. He gets goes in this bath. You hook it onto the front of your cage. Well, stupid me. I put the cage in the window so he could take a bath and open the door to put the bird cage, but I opened it outwards towards and he said, "Fluff, fluff, fluff, and he flew out
"Oh,
he flew out my window and off he went, and I never seen him again.
oh no,
I think I owned him for maybe a week,
oh."
and then I never got another one because it was like, yeah,
I remember me having like I don't even know the name. Like it was a tiny hamster. Like it wasn't more like it was like this big or something. It was tiny.
yeah, yeah.
And
Turtle maybe.
I don't know.
I think
I
turtles are smaller than hamster. I don't know.
Yeah.
I could be
No,
wrong.
it was like a here in Sweden they're called like tiny hamster. Like they are literally like tiny, like really small.
Uh huh.
And they were supposed to live like like tops 2 or 3 years or something like that.
Yeah.
Um, but then one day when I prepared, like, always gave him like salad and small little cucumber bits and things like that.
Uh
One
huh.
day I didn't do that quite right because he could, like, there was like a little cucumber bit that he couldn't swallow. So
Oh no.
unfortunately, he just passed
Yeah.
away.
Whoops.
And but he was like this tiny, and I was like, trying to help him. It was a whole thing, but
Oh, that's how I felt with that kitten. Trying to giving that little tiny kitten mouth to mouth and rubbing his belly or his chest and trying to. That's how I felt with him, trying to save his life because you could tell something, and it was just like, oh, it was so horrible. But I feel, yeah, I know about that. Unfortunately, oh, Dana, if you're still here, Dana's son has a gerbil or hamster or something. I think he's still kicking.
oh yeah. I'm just now reading Andrew's comment about his dog being out. Let's see. What are you? My dog ran away at camp a month later.
Oh.
Oh, wow! It came back with a wolf pack. Wow.
And she had wolf dog puppies, I bet. Or how were they? Were they good? Were they easily trained? I hear those mixes are really easily trained. Like they're just so darn smart. Kind of like how Jug is smart but dumb. Smart but dumb.
Yeah. Yeah, let's see what we can do. So just to let you know, I can actually hear them outside here.
Okay, so it's
That's all right. Yeah,
sled dogs. I bet you're strong. Bet you they were really strong having
yeah.
that wolf in them. Are wolf and dogs, Andrew? Are they from the same gene line? I wonder. I mean, I know they can mate. but I
I would
don't
say that they are, you know.
it's like a domestic cat and a tiger. I don't. They can't mate though. That would be weird.
Yeah, oh yeah, it would. Um, I don't know really, but I would say like they are definitely related in some way, like back in the day kind of thing.
Maybe that dogs come from maybe and they got domesticated. I don't know. I don't know. I know dogs are pretty essential though up there in Alaska. Yes,
Hmm.
wolves and dogs. Yeah, excellent. Yeah, I know they have that big
And then
race.
of course different breeds and things like
Oh heck
they're
yeah,
more.
yeah, yeah. They live up. They can handle the. They want to do it, which is crazy. But people say, "Oh, they're using it." Well, some of those dogs they love it. That's like, let's go. It's a Jug
Hmm.
at home, although he doesn't have the coat to do. He would love to be a working dog because he's just all he wants to do is please. He's a pleaser. He wants
Hmm. Hmm.
mom's happy. He wants to, if this makes us happy, he tries to figure out what the heck you're talking about. It's just all the training that, we didn't take the time to do. And if we would have, he would have probably been a great service dog, to be honest.
Oh
That's
yeah,
true.
that's true,
That's
Andrea.
true. Yep.
Hmm. I'm debating with myself on this little tiny piece of fabric. Um,
This is where he was. Come back in there. No, that's too easy.
let's see. Do I want to reuse this? Let's see if we can. Putting it, of course, with this tiny pair of scissors. No. And let's see. Can we make it? Yes, we can. Even though these are straight lines, I don't know if. Oh wow. And then we'll create some tags out of this.
Oh, you know what? It's past 12 o'clock. Everyone went over to, what's her faces? At noon, she comes on. Now, why can I never remember her name? Janet,
Who?
Janet something.
Oh, is it Young?
The one that does the yearly uh,
Oh, yeah.
scavenger hunt.
Oh, yes, yes, yes,
Young,
yes.
young, young, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she comes on. Oh,
Yeah,
she
they
comes on at
are.
noon on Fridays.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I
We
see
always
the
at
notification here on
noon
my.
lose, 3, 4, 5 people.
Yep.
We do it. That's how we do it.
Let's see. Creating this. Yeah, but for me, yep. I'll do a little sign here to my son peeking in through the door. Like, oh.
Well, we can wrap it up, call it a day. I want
Yeah.
to thank everybody for hanging out with us today, making a lady in a hat. And thank you, Mrs. Gigi, for hanging out with me again on a Friday. I hope
Thank you for having me.
everybody had a good time, and we'll see you next week to make another lady in a hat.
No, we are not,
Oh,
unfortunately.
I just lied to you, flat out, blatant lie. We will not.
No, we are both booked up
We're
on,
both busy
different
next
type
week,
of.
but the week after,
Yeah.
hopefully everything falls into place and we will see you then. So everybody have a great 2 weeks. We'll see you when we get back. Keep spreading love. Bye.
Bye.
Whoops.